Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all in today's basic session. Basic English lesson. Today I'm going to be talking about very important part of English, that is soul of English, tense. And afterwards, I'll be connecting tense with sentence and parts of speech. I have already written everything here. So let's start with the tense. So tense is not tension. Tense actually is referring to time of action. So time of action means, suppose, when do you work? What is the time? Is it gone? Is it ongoing? Or is it upcoming? Something like this. So there are three types of tense. First of all, past, present and future. Let me define with the examples. Past is something which is gone. Present is real and now. And future is upcoming. That is it's really something that is unpredictable. So past is a history, future is a mystery, present is a gift. Past is a waste paper, present is newspaper, and future is a question paper. These are the definitions given by many famous people. So let's come to past tense. Past tense actually refers to completed action, something that is totally finished and it doesn't have any effect in the present moment. So if you want to identify how, so there you will find something like yesterday, last night, ago, earlier, last week, etc. It means this marker will tell you that this is past tense in a sentence, English sentence. And the structure is subject plus verb 2, that is the past form of verb and the complement. This is the structure basically. In Bangla you will find law and lam basically. This will tell you that this is a past tense. So I'm coming to present simple tense. Present simple tense has got three real conditions. Number one is habit, universal truth, steady verb. So habit refers to some sort of thing that happens most often, and universal truth is something that is always the same, and steady verb refers to the some sort of verbs like the verbs which do not take ing form in the continuous tense. Suppose I'm wishing, it's not possible, I wish. I'm understanding, it's not possible, I understand. I'm loving it, it's not possible, I love it. So there are some verbs like wish, hate, smell, understand, like, love. All those verbs are called steady verbs, and these will always take present simple tense. And if you look at the marker, present tense marker, usually, generally, daily, often, always, regularly, sometimes, every day, these are the markers. It means that these will tell you that this is present simple tense. And if you look at the structure, subject plus verb 1, that is verb in present form, the base form, and the complement. And you'll find saw, korcho, kecho, gives, something like this in Bangla. And let's talk about conjugation of verbs before that, as I was talking about verb 1, verb 2, something like this. So conjugation of verbs, it means that different forms of verb. This is present form of verb, past form, past participle form, and present participle form. Verb 1 is present form, verb 2 past form, verb 3 present past participle form, and verb 4 is present participle form. Drive, drove, driven, driving. And similarly, write, wrote, written, writing. So let's come to future simple. Future simple talks about future time probable action, that is upcoming. As you can see the markers, next week, next, tomorrow, up next, next morning, etc. So look at the structure, subject plus will plus verb in present form plus complement. So as we have discussed these things, that there are something else needed to be added, like we need to discuss more about some other classes of tense. Before that, let's come to sentence. Sentence usually 4 parts. Every sentence usually have maximum 4 parts and minimum 2 parts. Subject, verb, complement, and modifier. So what is subject? Subject is the agent in a sentence. Verb is the action in a sentence. It could be a verb phrase, a group of verbs. Complement completes the subject, completes the verb basically, and modifier tells you time, place, and manner. How, when, where, something like this. So let me have a look in the example. Samia is reading a novel right now. So who? Agent, subject. Is reading, action, verb phrase. It's a verb. Complement, it completes verb, a novel. What? The answer is what and whom. Novel. And right now, either it talks about time, place, or manner. So every sentence usually has got 4 parts in it. So let's come to the sentence types. I have written 5 types of sentences here. The first one is interrogative. So I'm going to give you some practical examples from past, present, and future. Look at this. The past one is number 1. Did they know that? Tara ki eta janto? So this is past simple. Did they know that? Present. Do they know that? Tara ki eta jane? Future. Will they know that? Tara ki eta janbe? So it tells you the real form and practical use of it, and this is the interrogative form. Now let's come to affirmative. They knew that. Tara eta janto. They know that. Tara eta jane. They will know that. Tara eta janbe. Now let's come to negative form. They didn't know that. Tara eta janto na. They don't know that. Tara eta jane na. They won't know that. Tara eta janbe na. Now let's come to passive form. You know, the subject will be object and object will be subject. That was known to them. There is past simple passive. That is known to them. এটা তাদের কাছে জানা আছে. That is present passive form, present simple passive form. That will be known to them. এটা তারা জেনে থাকবে. Something like that will be known to them. So this is also passive form of future simple tense. Now I have written some Bangla sentences. Negative interrogative. So you have to translate it. This will be homework. আমি কি জানতাম না? Didn't I know that? Didn't I know? তুমি কি জানো না? Don't you know? So first one is didn't I know, past tense. Don't you know? তুমি কি জানো না? সে কি জানবে না? Won't he know? So won't he know? This is future. So it looks very easy, but actually you need to think very carefully about the tense. আমি কি জানতাম না? That is past tense. Didn't I know? তুমি কি জানো না? Don't you know? সে কি জানবে না? Future. That is bo will be there in future tense most often. সে কি জানবে না? Won't he know? So hopefully I have understood a little bit. I'll share more examples so that you could practice. Now let's come to word class, parts of speech. As you can see, word class is another name for parts of speech. There are 2 types of words, function word and content word. Function word actually talks about the functional use. Meaning is not fixed in those cases. Suppose preposition. Preposition never gives you the fixed meaning. In, at, from, for. It could have been changing the meaning in different types of sentences. Suppose, let me give you one example. I cannot come for I was ill. For means because. I cannot come for I was ill. It is because. Then he is happy for you. This is another meaning for that for. So preposition has got functional word, and preposition is relating word in a sentence. Pronoun is a replacing word for noun. Conjunction is a linking word in a sentence. Suppose and, or, but, because, till, until, something like this. Interjection is expressing word. Ouch, oops, those words, it expresses something. And these are all function word. Now let's come to content word. Content word, it gives meaning. Suppose noun. Noun is a naming word. It tells you some sort of name. All T-I-O-N in the whole word. All S-I-O-N in the whole word is noun. Adjective. Adjective is a qualifying word. It tells you the quality. As we know in Bangla, dosh, gun, shonkha, obostha, porimam, something like this. So adjective is a qualifying word, and all words like full, hopeful, cheerful, wonderful, all words with full will be adjective. And look at this verb. Verb usually action word. Suppose he cries, he plays, all the words that is related to action, it will be verb. Last one is adverb. Adverb is a modifying word. Adverb usually modifies adjective, verb, and adverb itself. So that's why it is called modifying word. Hopefully I've understood this. Now let's practice a little. As you can come down, I have written a sentence. Wow, Graham swam in a river which is deep. So let me change it. Which was, it will be, because it's past tense. Which was deep, but it flowed. Flow, flew, flown. So flew. Slowly. So Graham, wow. This is interjection. Graham is proper noun. Swam is a verb. In is a preposition. A, that is article or determiner. This article is also parts of speech, that is word class. River is not proper noun, it's common noun. Which is a pronoun, relative pronoun, because it's replacing river. So this is relative pronoun. Was, this is not auxiliary verb, rather it is to be verb. Deep, it's a qualifying word, so it's adjective. It talks about the depth. But is a linking word, that is conjunction. It is referring to river, so it is also pronoun. Flew, this flow, flew, flown, probahito hawa. This flow is a verb, action word. And slowly, this is adverb, it's a modifying, it is modifying the verb. So you have understood the words, hopefully. Let's come to the application of parts of speech. The dash of our country is remarkable. So you could say that one word could be transferred into some other more. So beauty is the word. So you'll have to apply this word here. The dash of our country is remarkable. So the beauty of our country, you could apply this word. It's adjective. Are you sure adjective? No. It's noun. Because remember one thing. After article, if there is any word, A and B, this is always noun. So the beauty, this is noun. The beauty of our country is remarkable. We must dash our respect for freedom fighters. So after modal auxiliary there is always verb. So beauty, beautify. This is verb. So we must beautify our respect for freedom fighters. This মুক্তিযোদ্ধাদের জন্য আমাদের সম্মান আরো সুন্দর করে বাড়াতে হবে, something like this. So the third one, the dash of past is really memorable. The dash of past. So you have to think very carefully. The beautification of past, সৌন্দর্য বর্ধন. This is another noun. Or you could say the beauty of past. This is another noun. The beautification of past is really memorable. The history of Bangladesh is dash. You could say beautiful. This is adjective. The history of Bangladesh is beautiful. So I'm solving it because you have to understand where does it get the placement. After verb, you see most often there is adjective. You see, the history of Bangladesh is beautiful. And in the first position after article there is always noun. And after some auxiliary verbs or something like this, you have to understand that there is a verb. Now coming to the fifth one, the YouTubers presented Bangladesh So this is already everything is done. Subject, verb, complement is done. So after subject, verb, complement there is modifier. It means this is adverb. So the YouTubers presented Bangladesh beautifully. This is adverb. Now coming to the last one. Another noun. The dash of our country feel touched with the natural beauty. So it will be the beauticians. The beauticians is a noun. The beauticians of our country feel touched with the natural beauty. So hopefully I've got some idea related to this, and I'll share examples, exercises related to this type of sentence practice so that you can understand the basic past, present and future tense. In my upcoming classes, I'll also talk about the other classification regarding past, present and future. And hopefully you have got some ideas, and if you have any question, definitely ask me questions, and that will be quite easy and effective. Thank you very much.